In the late 19th century, psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus documented a biological limitation of the human mind. Without immediate reinforcement, the brain classifies most new information as noise, discarding roughly 90% of it within 24 hours. This graph represents the forgetting curve. It illustrates how quickly information evaporates after a lecture or a study session. Passive reading is ineffective. It fails to signal the brain to preserve data. Halting this decay requires a three-step framework designed to build durable memory pathways: active recall, spaced repetition, and the Feynman technique. Effective studying functions as a biological intervention, a series of deliberate actions that interrupt the brain's natural instinct to discard new data. The first step is active recall. Instead of putting information into the brain, you focus on pulling it out. Research indicates that the active retrieval strengthens neural pathways, producing 50% better retention than passive review. To apply this, stop looking at your textbook, cover your notes, look away, and physically force yourself to reconstruct the concepts from memory. However, even successful retrieval is temporary. A fact mastered today will still eventually succumb to the forgetting curve if the timing of your reviews is left to chance. This is where spaced repetition provides the timeline. By strategically testing yourself at intervals of 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, and 14 days, you reset the curve at the exact moment the brain begins to forget, eventually creating a permanent plateau of knowledge. Combining the mental effort of recall with these specific intervals transforms a chaotic study schedule into a mathematically reliable retention system. While these methods work for facts, they can fail when dealing with complex, multi-layered concepts. To master deep understanding, top performance students use a method popularized by physicist Richard Feynman. The Feynman technique prevents surface-level memorization through 3 steps. You choose a concept, explain it in language simple enough for a 10-year-old to understand, and then identify the gaps where your explanation becomes vague or technical. Take dual coding theory. If you find yourself stuck on the academic definition, cross it out. Rewrite it as something simpler. Information is easier to remember when you use both words and pictures. Let's try this now. Look at this complex definition for interleaving. Pause the video and write down a simplified version you could explain to a child. A successful explanation would be, interleaving means mixing different types of problems together so your brain learns to tell them apart. If you cannot remove the technical jargon, you are experiencing the illusion of competence, recognizing the terms without actually understanding the underlying mechanism. These 3 steps form a cyclical workflow. You test your knowledge with active recall, repair any gaps in your understanding using the Feynman technique, and then lock that understanding in over time with spaced repetition. Data from the Money Mitra network shows that students implementing at least 3 of these science-backed methods saw an average grade increase of 25% within 3 weeks. The improvement comes from working with the brain's mechanics rather than against them. This summary provides the 3 core rules for immediate application: recall by testing, spacing through intervals, and simplification through teaching. High academic performance is rarely a matter of innate talent. It is the result of applying a rigorous, evidence-based methodology to how you learn.